Hey, Jay Kim from the Oregon Surf Perch Fishing Club. I'm here at Wade Creek. It is Friday, March 15th at 10:20. It's about 53 degrees and there's no wind, man. So, man, what a gorgeous day. This is one of the few times where we've had spring conditions in the last month or so, because it's been really cold and windy here. So I'm here to meet fellow stooge Nick Armstrong. I think he's over there in the surf with a friend. Don't know who this guy is, but I did meet him up in the parking lot, but he doesn't have waders. So I could go south, and the reason I'm not going south is it's about a half an hour to low tide. Low tide is a minus 0.1, and what I'm here to do at this time is I'm looking for beach structure, because all next week it looks really good to fish, and I want to come back at high tide. So if I come back at high tide, I want to see what structure there is over here when I come back. Oh, so soil energy is about 1,050 today. So it's pretty decent. So, but next week, soil energy goes way down. And wave tag, he's running down, casting, and then walking back because he doesn't have waders. So I'm just gonna go talk to him for a little bit and see if I can give him some help. And it looks like Nick's on the move. So when Nick's on the move, it means they're not usually getting any action. How you doing? Pretty good. You belong to the Oregon Surf Perch Club on Facebook by any chance? No?
I think so.
I'm Jay.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's a lot tougher without waders.
Just right, I'm actually snaring for crab right now.
Oh, okay.
And then
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking maybe switching up depending on what it looked like.
You know where the you know where Silet's is?
Yep.
The top.
Yep.
Have you ever tried crabbing there?
It's been a while, but yeah.
Because this should be, and for the next hour and a half, it should be prime time.
Okay.
And I don't know how crowded it is though. Man, I can't believe how crowded it was today.
Yeah.
But there's not too many people fishing. But anyway, if you go to Silet's in Taft, if you don't have success crabbing here and you get there quick, usually it's kind of crowded though.
Yeah.
But it's pretty successful crabbing, about maybe 75 to 100 yards away from the pier. Okay, and then the way Silet's works is that there's a small ledge and then there's a really deep channel, and you got to clear the ledge, but at low tide it's really easy. So that's why without waders it would be very helpful there. So it might not move around, but you can try. I've caught a couple of big crabs here when I've just been perch fishing. Okay. Yeah, but if are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Are you an Oregon resident?
Yeah. Like look for the surf perch?
Yeah, Oregon Surf Perch Club. That's our logo.
Okay.
All right, so I'm a moderator on there. So we try and help people, and then we give out free stuff. There's free raffles and stuff, and there's sometimes there's get-togethers too. Okay. But also too that if you ever want help, like if you had said, "Hey, I'm going to Wade Creek today. You know, could I tag along and just watch you guys?" Yeah, no problem. So I'm gonna go meet those guys. If I yell and I wave you up, it means we're getting fish, but you don't have to come. But generally, you know, I don't know if you know, but surf perch congregate. So if you find one, generally there's a whole school there. Not always, but generally you'll get multiple bites.
Okay. And this is the setup you use on that?
Yeah, so I use, this is a 10-foot, it's called a Santiam rod. Okay. So it's a club rod. The owner gives 30 bucks off to each club member. So they're around 140 bucks. But I'm a hardcore guy. I go like 50 to 70 times a year because I'm retired.
Yeah.
So it depends how often you go, but you want to cast at least 3 ounces. Okay. I use 20-pound braid and 15-pound mono. And then I use 3 dropper loops with 3 hooks. But I only use plastic worms because I'm lazy. But if you want the best bait, always use sand shrimp with spider thread. I don't know if you know what spider thread is. It's kind of like an elastic thread. Yeah, you just wind around, and you don't have to tie knots to it either. So
the last when I did catch them down there, I was using the same thing.
High-low rig. Yeah, and with the plastic worms. Yeah. They work really well. It's just I'm too lazy because you have to rebait every 3. Even if you don't get bites on sand shrimp, you got to rebait every 3 times. Okay. Yeah. Hey, so when you pull up your snare, try and remember to see where it was, and if you see it's like way over there or way over there, I think you're wasting your time. Okay. But you never know. All right, man?
I appreciate it.
All right, man. Good luck. Join the club. All right, so he's just a newbie and just trying to talk to him. So he's actually crab snaring here, which I want to do. Actually, I want to try ocean crab snaring this year. So I got to make some time to go do that. So Nick already pumped shrimp at Taft. He's always a sand shrimp user. So he went rock fishing at Depot Bay. Don't know how he did. Okay, so now as I start, so here's my landmark. I start looking at the trees, and then I start looking at the beach area. And what I start looking for are wet spots. So that means that the wet spots haven't dried up yet and they're a little bit deeper, but you know, you can see that there's not a lot of structure here. Here's a rock, but the beach is really flattened out. So there's a small depression just right here. So again, right where the trees are. And again, I've had a lot of luck throughout the years at these trees. So I think this is kind of where I'm going to start focusing in on when I start fishing. But just looking around. And again, this is the advantage of coming at low tide. So you can kind of observe the beach structure and see where you want to fish. So, and if you notice here, it's a lot wetter than up there. You know, it's kind of still drying out right there, but this looks like a shallower beach. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Okay, so I still don't see any structure that I could fish at high tide, and this place looks just as good as any. Here's a small pool right here, which is more north of the trees. How you doing? Are you Nick's friend?
Yeah, Aaron.
We met before.
Yeah,
long. One of the first times I think I met him.
Yep.
Right, what's your name again?
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay,
Yeah.
how you doing, man?
Good, how about you?
Okay, you just rigging up? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. We actually, both of us just snagged up out here.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not going to be a snag fest.
Oh, man. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe head more to the right.
Yeah.
How long you guys been here?
We just started.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that's a drag losing your rig that early. So you lost the rig already. Man, that's a drag. Are you still getting snags here?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Lots of deep pools, though. Like high tide should be really nice.
Yeah, right here.
Pretty much here, between here and the trees, we walked from the trees, like through the trench. Like,
Oh, maybe mid-tide right here.
yeah.
Because high tide, you're up against the cliffs.
Really.
So I don't know if you can make it down this far. But mid-tide would be like halfway up the beach.
Yeah.
So then you can get into here. Okay, so these guys both lost rigs and they've only been here like about, I don't know, 10 minutes. So that's not a good sign to start off with. Catch conditions actually they're okay. They're not great. For 1,000 energy day, thought it'd be a little bit more concurrent waves. But the swells are pretty forceful. Cast, I'm stagged. I got a feeling I'm going to lose this rig. I think I might have lost everything. That's a drag. First cast. I didn't even crank it in maybe once or twice. I can just retire weight. So that's not too bad. This pool behind us is starting to fill in. So even though it's outgoing low tide, it's making me a little nervous of being able to get back. So a combination of snagging and getting cut off. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go across and I think I'm gonna head south. I've already seen what I wanted to see at the north. So after being here now on this island, after being here now on the sandbar, what I see is that there's a trough right here and it goes pretty deep and there's some big pockets in this area. So this is way north of the trees. There's that ramp. But this actually might be a good place to fish at mid-tide, where you're only about halfway up the beach. So I'm guessing about 4 or 5 feet. All right, let's see if we can get across this thing. All three of us lost our rigs on our very first cast up north of the trees. So we're almost back to the creek and we're gonna try here and then keep moving south. I think that's the first time I've ever experienced fishing with people where we all lost our rigs on the first cast. So it's really shallow here, and trying to get out to the breaking waves is an impossibility. Thing I forgot to mention also is that there's a sneaker wave warning on the coast today. So we're trying to be really careful, but so far it's been pretty calm. Every once in a while, you know, there's a pretty big swell, but overall it's pretty safe. Mini sandbar over here, so I'm gonna, as soon as I pull in, I'm gonna go head over there. A little better, not a lot better, but definitely better than where I just was. So let's see how it goes. So anyway, that's all you can do when you're not getting action. You just kind of read the beach, read the waves, and move around and hope you get lucky. So I'm hoping to get lucky. Bite right off the bat. My rig wasn't down there more than 3 or 4 seconds. Couldn't tell if it was an aggressive silver or a red tail, but that's a good sign. So again, that's, you know, oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure it's a silver now. But again, that's all you can do is move around, read the beach, you know, and try and get lucky. So I'm hoping I guessed right just now. But at least I'm getting bites and I'm not getting snagged. So that's a big difference from where I was. Man, what a beautiful day on the Oregon coast. I got my hoodie on and I'm getting overheated already. Although I've been doing a lot of walking. So, but anyway, man, it's so nice that spring conditions are showing up now. And man, this is so enjoyable standing in the ocean fishing. So lucky to live on the Oregon coast. Okay, no follow-up action on the bite. It's my second leader, and I have no idea why. I got a feeling my snap swivel came off. So I have to re-rig again. Oh my God. This is the first time I've lost 2 rigs in, what, 4 or 5 casts. So, man, today's definitely not my lucky day, and I didn't bring that many extra leaders with me. My snap swivel didn't open, so I was just a shitty knot tire on the top leader loop. Okay, we're gonna re-rig. So my fishing efficiency today sucks. I think I've been here, what, a half an hour? I think I've got in like maybe 3 good casts. So probably one of my worst days of fishing in terms of being in action versus retying rigs. Side benefit was at least I got to take off my hoodie, so I'm a lot more comfortable now. Remember the leader that fell off my snap swivel? Well, I just found it in the surf because, you know, tide's going down, and my leader loop was intact, so I have no idea why it came out of the snap swivel. So the only other thing I can understand, so the only other thing I can see is that when I put it on the snap swivel, I actually mis-snapped it and missed the loop. But hey, at least I got my rig back. It's getting really shallow here, and trying to get to any decent waves is like an impossibility. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here pretty quick, and got my goal accomplished today, although it cost me some time, which is just wanted to see the structure at low tide. And I'm thinking if I come right around in that area next to the trees at incoming tidal height of about 3.5 feet, there's a trough there that I'm hoping will hold fish. So let's see if my next couple trips are correct, and I'm guessing anywhere between 3 feet and 5 feet tidal height I'd be able to hit the trough without having to stand way up against the cliff. So see how it goes, but I'm about ready to call it quits here. But man, what a gorgeous day. There's about a 7 to 10 mile per hour wind, but man, without the wind I'd be overheating. So this is one of the few days I'm glad there's a pretty stiff breeze going against my back, because it's keeping me nice and cool. But man, what a gorgeous day on the Oregon coast. Can't wait for spring. Okay, let's go talk to these guys and see how they did. You guys get any bites? I just had that one bite that when I yelled at you, but it was a silver. How about you? You have a bite? Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking of what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna bail and go shopping at Fred Meyer.
Yeah.
Been here about an hour. I don't even know how many casts I got in. It wasn't very many. They got no bites. I got that one silver bite, but that was pretty much it for today. So again, been here an hour, and what a gorgeous day though. So it was definitely worth coming out, although I ended up spending a lot of time tying rigs. Okay, looking forward to next week when conditions are even better than today.